Hey everyone, my name is Marisa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you this cut crease technique on how I get my perfect cut crease featuring the Modern Renaissance palette and Makeup Forever lip products. So new year, new me, new primers. I'm trying out a combination of the Optical Illusion Primer and the Self-Adjusting Complexion Primer from Urban Decay. One blurs the skin and then the other one adjusts to the tone of your skin. I like them a lot so far. Then I'm using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. You guys have seen me mention this in my 2017 beauty favorites. If you haven't seen it, I'll link that playlist up in the cards. Then I'm taking the Kat Von D Lock-It tattoo concealer, and this is so pigmented. I can't stress enough how pigmented it is. It's still really creamy and nice, but it has great coverage. And then instead of baking, what I've been doing recently is using the same amount of powder that I would bake with in the same places, but using the moisture of the beauty blender to help to melt all of that powder down, and I think that that creates that airbrushed look without that dryness of the bake. I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift, which is another one of my absolute favorite eyebrow products, and running that with long sweeping motions through the natural shape that I have right now. I have microbladed eyebrows, so I just like to follow the shape and exaggerate it a little bit. And then for the star of the show, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Norvina just really knows what she's doing. So I'm taking raw sienna to start off with the transition, which is like this mid-toned orangey brown, and I'm going to run that through the crease using windshield wiper and circular motions with my Goss No. 3 brush. Then I'm taking burnt orange, which is a more, well, burnt orange version basically of raw sienna with my Goss No. 3 brush, same one, and just running that on top to make more of like a gradient for my transition. Then I'm going in with the darkest shade, which is a chocolatey brown called Cypress Ember, and I'm going to be taking that into the deepest part of my crease just to add a little bit more dimension and shading there. Then I'm taking Realgar, which is the brightest pop of orange in the palette, and I'm going to be blending that over top of everything just to add a little bit more warmth. Then I'm taking the Real Techniques blending brush into Red Ochre, which is the burgundy pop of color in the palette, and I'm going to be blending that in the crease just below where I had put that brown. I'm really taking my time here to blend because that blending will really pop once I cut the crease and introduce that really sharp contrast between the cut crease and the different gradients of color above the crease itself. Before I get to cutting the crease though, one last step is to smoke out the lower lash line. I'm taking a little bit of raw sienna as the transition shade, just running that all the way along the lower lash line, and then I'm going to blend with my fluffy blending brush a mixture of Red Ochre and Cypress Ember, and just finishing off with the smallest amount of Realgar. And then I'm also going to take a tiny little bit of Primavera and just add a little bit of brightness to the inner corner of the eye. And finally introducing my favorite technique for cutting the crease, which is using concealer with a really small flat brush. As you can see, I'm getting a really sharp line, especially for the wing, which is the most important. And I love how there's a little bit of color under the wing left over. And I'm just going to add a little bit more to that darkness of color and blend out the concealer a little bit by using a Sigma pointed pencil brush with Red Ochre and Cypress Ember. And I'm just going to continue to blend through there. I'm going to be taking Golden Ochre, which is basically like this pale yellow gold. Looks a lot like Soft Ochre Paint Pot from MAC. And I'm going to be taking this flat eyeshadow brush and really setting the concealer, but also just kind of making sure that I have a really smooth blend on the lid itself. Then taking my pencil brush with Red Ochre and just accentuating that tiny little wing that just emphasizes the negative space of the cut crease. So then I'm going to tightline my eyes, taking a little bit of mascara, and then going in with these velour lashes. These are a really different style than I'm used to. They're very thick, also very flared and very fluffy. It's different for me, I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, if you don't try new things, how are you gonna find new things that you like? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going into something that is old, which is my contouring routine. You guys have seen this so many different times. I've explained it at length. So if you guys wanna see full details on that, click the link in the cards right now. That'll take you to a video that shows exactly how I do this. But I needed to focus in on this footage of me applying the Anastasia Glow Kit and Sun Dipped. Heck yes. That is the highlight that doesn't quit. And then I'm taking the Makeup Forever High Precision Lip Pencil, which is new, in number 20. This is like a really pretty dusty rose. It applies really smoothly as well. So I'm overlining the lips ever so slightly and also filling in the outer corners so that I add a little bit more shading and dimension to the lip. Then I'm going all over the top and blending everything with the Artist Rouge Creme, also by Makeup Forever, in C105. And blending it is going to create that pinky pale nude that I love so much. Setting down everything with the Urban Decay makeup setting spray, all-nighter of course, and there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up because it helps me bring better videos from me to you, and also subscribe so you don't miss any more from me. Hope you guys are having a great 2017 so far. Bye.